Before I get into showing a lot of the successes and failures of Thursday night Cindergosa attempts, I wanted to make sure that everyone understands that there's nothing personal here. As I'll reiterate at the end, the point of this video is to A. Prove some people wrong, B. Show that even some of our best players make mistakes, and C. Show how close we actually are to completing the encounter. A lot of these mistakes are trivial, and some of them have no consequence during the fight at all, but they are still mistakes, and we need them to stop. There are a lot of people who aren't even shown in this video that failed a lot more and a lot harder. Skeetus! And there are some people who are shown who had maybe one failure over the entire course of the night. Point being, while there is a serious undertone of quit failing, this video is mostly for fun. Alright, Imperative, let's go over how Cindergosa works one more time. First, Cindergosa has an ability called Blistering Cold that she uses in phases 1 and 3. She sucks everyone into her center and starts casting a 5-second spell, and once it finishes, it kills anyone within 20 yards of her. Here's how this is supposed to look. Notice, nobody dead, nobody jumping stupidly around except for Descent. Now, here's what failure looks like. One more time, slow motion. And here's another. Oh, so close and yet so far, Shadizi. When Cindergosa lifts off, Phase 2 begins. As soon as this happens, every player starts running to the corners of the staircases. Get your ass against the wall and do not touch the stairs. 5 people will get targeted for frost beacons, and they need to spread out at least 10 yards apart using the stairs and main platform. Here's how this is supposed to look. Whoa! Stop the tape! Okay, right now, over 75% of the raid is failing. When waiting for frost beacons to drop, do not go on the stairs. To name a few people, Requinator, Rageforder, Shadizi, and Hey It's Biz can immediately be called out as they're right next to me. But I can see a whole bunch of people on the other side as well. Stay at the bottom of the stairs, ass against the wall, like where I am now. Once the frost blocks go down, everyone should use them to line of sight the frost bombs while DPS start destroying them. Here's a short clip of Blackson failing at LOS. After all 4 frost bombs have gone down, DPS should immediately start finishing off the frost tombs and saving their friends. Do not break them open too early and stop at 30% if it's going too fast. This is what happens when you fail. Now, let's discuss Phase 3. Phase 3 starts at 35% and will immediately be deactivating Heroism when that happens. It's extremely easy with the extra haste to get too antsy and kill yourself, so really watch your stacking debuff. Dual-wielding melee should immediately use a defensive cooldown to avoid their stacks, or they should just get off the boss. Cindergosa will start casting frost beacons on people in the raid, and those people have 8 seconds to run to one of the 2 flares, starting with the purple one on the right and then alternating with the green one on the left. It's the job of all physical DPSers to kill these frost beacons as they come down. Throughout this phase, Cindergosa will use Mystic Buffet that causes you to start taking more magic damage. As a result, you need to use the ice blocks to line of sight the Mystic debuff. This is one of our better attempts with really solid ice block management, though obviously a tank death is not ideal. Another thing worth noting is that the flares are more recommendations than assigned spots. If you can get to a flare, they're marked because they're an optimal location. However, those with Frost Beacon have a #1 priority to ensure that only they get hit by a Frost Tomb. That means being 15 yards away from everyone else at all costs. One more obvious thing that is worth noting in this attempt is how critical it is to move out for blistering cold even in Phase 3. This attempt right here might have been a kill had Lazar survived and no one died to Icy Grip. Hey look, Deathrix, Descent managed to get all the way from the green flare to the purple flare without hitting anyone else and without blink. I'll show you more on this in a second though. The main thing I want to point out here is how close we are. 7 million health away is about half a patchwork. This fight is literally just about staying alive and fighting the attrition. Now, let's take a look at what bad ice block management looks like in Phase 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Deathrix. So he just got the Frost Beacon, which you can tell by the blue air and skull. He finished his Arcane Missile cast, he stops in the middle, and now he hits Life and Descent. Just to prove that there's more than adequate time, here's me getting the Frost Beacon at the green flare. I managed to make it all the way to the purple flare without a blink or teleport, and doing so with time to spare. The reason I'm showing this video to everyone is to A, prove some people wrong, B, show that everyone makes mistakes, including myself, and C, show how close we actually are to completing this encounter. Nearly all of these mistakes are trivial and easy to avoid. Everyone in this guild is more than capable of completing this encounter. We just need people to step up their game and perform well. Love you guys.